Coming to you live from the city of Santa Rosa in Laguna, Philippines, as ABS-CBN SNA brings you the hot and intense ABL action. As you can see, the fans, the Filipino fans, enjoying and anticipating this match. The San Miguel Alab Pilipinas versus the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors. This is the 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League. As I mentioned, this is our main offering for tonight. It is led by our local hero from the Philippines, the Mighty Mouse, Coach Jimmy Alapag, heading Alab Pilipinas against Coach Matt Skillman of the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors. This is ABS-CBN and virtual playgrounds live and exclusive coverage as you are watching the ABL on SNA, SNAHG in the Philippines, the live streaming platform of ABS-CBN Sports, and virtual playground through YouTube and Facebook with replays on I Want and Liga. Good evening, basketball fans. This is Mix Bustos on the call tonight, together with the Hammer, Martin Antonio. Coach Hammer, it is a pleasure calling the game with you tonight.
Yeah, pleasure is mine. It's always awesome to see, especially our local talent hosting for the final time, the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors.
And of course, this is as we near the end of the elimination round for this 9th season of the ABL. We take a look at the team standings. San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is blazing hot, only with 3 losses at 14-3. Meanwhile, the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors is at dead last at 2-16.
Trying to secure the home court advantage towards the playoffs, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas has been clicking on all cylinders. They had a hiccup when they lost against the Hong Kong Eastern Lions, but they pick it up and won over the Wolf Warriors the last time that they play in Zhuhai. And the Wolf Warriors still trying to look for other things to be positive about going into the tail end of our season.
And San Miguel Alab Pilipinas just clinched the playoff berth, the first of many playoff berths, when they won against the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors a few days ago. And at the meantime, this is only, the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors has only won 2 games in their 18 outings. But we'll see if their fate will differ from tonight's ball game against the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Now we take a look back at the game that was between the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas and the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors. But before that, we will turn it over first to our Coliseum barker for the national anthem and the starting lineups for both teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The quest to defend the ground continues here at the Lion City of the South at the Santa Rosa Multi-Purpose Sports Complex as we bring you game number 90 of the 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League. It's the visiting Wolf Warriors from China going up against our very own San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Brought to you live via ABS-CBN, SNA, and Virtual Playground. And now let's call out first the visiting Wolf Warriors. Number 1, Yan Shi. Number 9, Mike Bell. Number 12, Gao Jing. Number 13, Corey Bradford. Number 21, Liu Stew. Number 23, Chai Chen. Number 32, Sun Hifeng. Number 33, Lee Chun. Number 42, Tess Patterson. And number 67, Song Shan Chao. The head coach for the Wolf Warriors is Matt Skillman. His assistant is Chin Long. Once again, the visiting Wolf Warriors. And now Santa Rosa Laguna make way for our very own San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Number 1, the reigning back-to-back local MVP, Bobby Ray Parks Jr. Number 2, the Fireball, Josh Orvis Thunder. Number 3, the Dominator, Lo Domingo. Number 5, Kaylen Johnson. Number 6, J.R. Alabanza. Number 9, Prince Rivero. Number 13, Pau Havilana. Number 22, the Elevator, Brandon Rosser. Number 24, Oping Sumalino. Number 25, E.A. Ethan Alvano. Number 27, Tomas Torres. And number 34, Ronaldo Alkman. The head coach for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is Jimmy Alapag. His assistants are Matt Kuwan, MC Evolution, and Eric Bank. Team consultant is Danny Siegel. Once again, our very own San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we request everyone to please all rise for the Philippine National Anthem to be led by Miss Althea Pinson.
Bayang magiliw, pelas na silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo baghaw. May tilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati't pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Both teams may proceed to the center court for the pre-game handshake.
And as the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas and the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors were introduced, we will now discuss first the game that was, as I mentioned a while ago, last February 15. It was a dominating win by Alab Pilipinas over the Chinese team, Martin.
They started slow, talking about the Alab Pilipinas. They only scored 13 points in the first quarter, but towards the halfway point of the second quarter and the third quarter, they completely dominated that ball game. They had a 30-9 run towards the end of the second quarter, and that gave them that leverage going to the second half and securing that win for them.
And of course, it was a big win, 105-79, shooting the ball better. Alab Pilipinas 51%, only compared to 38. They also made 3 points better, +5 made threes for Alab Pilipinas, and they were also better in the assisting department, as we can see the stats for the last game, Martin.
Man, monster numbers, points in the paint, 56 to 32. It just showed the size and the skill level underneath the basket, and a lot of those points in the paint came from fast breaks and on the rim runs.
And speaking of leading the fast breaks, this guy is big and bad, and he's always better than ever. Ronaldo Bachman, number 34 for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, proving to be a gem for Coach Jimmy Alapag, such an asset, and you know we can all agree that he is a big part of their success so far.
And that's why he's big, bad, Bachman, Bachmania definitely took the Zhuhai Warriors by storm. 19.7 rebounds, 5 assists, and more importantly, the leadership, especially when they were weathering that storm in the first half.
And he is the leading scorer for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, averaging 25 points per game. But right now, it is Corey Bradford, the newest addition for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors. And as I mentioned earlier, the Wolf Warriors only won 2 games this season. That is only against the Mono Vampire last January 30 and the CLS Knights last December 19. But they are looking to avoid a sweep as they have an average winning margin of 18.7 points per game. Do you think, Martin, the Wolf Warriors have what it takes to be able to counter that?
Well, they started very well during their past game, but every time you give up 103.3 points a game to your opponents, that would be very, very difficult as we see the starters. E.A. Alvano, Bobby Ray Parks, of course, that backcourt has been prolific for the Alab Pilipinas ball players. Ronaldo Bachman in center because PJ Ramos is, as we understand, is suspended. Kalen Chongson is also right there. And
as we can see also, Lawrence Domingo will be
Lodo.
filling that spot. Lodo will be filling that spot for the suspended PJ Ramos. As we can see again, the starters, Bachmania, Domingo, Parks, Alvano, Tiongson. For the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors, we have Sun Liu, the newest addition, Corey Bradford, Chai Chen rather, and Shantens Patterson, the newest addition in replacement of Eddie Curry.
of course, Tez Patterson wasn't really prolific in his debut, but we'll see if he would bounce back. Mike Bell had been playing really well for them, and we'll see. He's not starting today.
This is a small ball lineup. PJ Ramos, he is the storyline, one of the many storylines that why he's not playing. It's because he already has accumulated 5 suspensions, and once he accumulated that today, he is 5 technical fouls rather.
Very feisty competitor.
5 technical fouls for this season. Thus, he is suspended for this game.
And he also missed the game against Hong Kong. He had food poisoning, bouncing back with a triple-double. Big numbers for him. But we'll see who would step up for the San Miguel Beer Alab Pilipinas.
And it's time to step up for the bigs. JR Alabanza is there. Brandon Rosser. Prince Rivero can also play the big. And Lawrence Domingo, the feisty, undersized big man, will be proving his worth as he will start tonight. All right, it is game time. Philippines versus China for tonight. Tonight's offering February 17, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas versus the Wolf Warriors. Zhuhai gets first possession for 3. Too short, a rebound by Alvano. Alvano setting up the play. Tiongson to the short corner to Lawrence Domingo, looking to post up, turns around, spin move, that is good. Lawrence Domingo.
Very awkward looking move, but very effective. Lawrence Domingo has been that energy guy since last year for the Alab Pilipinas.
Soon Hefeng makes the first basket for the Wolf Warriors.
And good early attack there. Quick execution after a made basket, scoring underneath.
The masked man, Bobby Ray Parks, the back-to-back local MVP, setting it up. Tiongson to Alvano, getting a screen from Bachman. Alvano now to Parks for 3. Too strong. Skying high for the rebound is Tiongson, but no go. Chai Chen with the rebound. Going all the way. Ball will stay with the Wolf Warriors.
Quite a wild shot there for Chen Shai.
Chai Chen is actually the leading scorer for their team at averaging 18 points per game.
And also one of the surprise locals stars here for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors.
Shantens Patterson making his entrance in today's game.
And we've seen him warming up really well this afternoon, putting in a spin move.
Tiongson has this shot. You can't sack up on him. Tiongson for 3. Alvano gets offensive rebound. Ethan Alvano with a second chance bucket.
And showing some athleticism right there, tracking the ball, just going hard and putting a clutch move upstairs.
Ethan Albano is also one of the biggest assets, one of the biggest playmakers for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Make that Bradford, Corey Bradford, inside to Patterson, kicks it out. Back to Patterson, drives inside, hand it off to Sun Hifeng, but shot clock, almost a shot clock violation. Looking to run the play is Alab Pilipinas, crosses over Albano. Drop pass to Bachman, inside, reverse!
Easy pickings for Ronaldo Bachman, just running in transition, parking himself like a tree underneath the basket, getting the extra pass and making it over the outstretched arms of the defenders.
6-4, Alab Pilipinas leads Ju Hai. Bradford, Chai Chen, he has this shot for three. Go ahead basket, Chai Chen.
Soft touch for the big guy Chai Chen. Greatly executed pick and pop.
Loris Domingo inside with the outstretched arms of Sun. Baseline, kicks it out, now to Parks. Bachman, unselfish basketball by Alab Pilipinas. Loose ball foul on Lorenz Domingo. Meanwhile, let's turn over to our third member of our broadcast panel, Ms. Denise Densai. Go ahead, Denise.
Mixon Martin, as you mentioned a while ago, the Wolf Warriors were just crippled by San Miguel Alab Pilipinas last Friday, which came as no surprise as Alab Pilipinas is a dangerous beast after every loss. Now, Alab really showed their biggest strength, which is how deep their bench is, outscoring the bench points of the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors by 21 points. And while San Miguel didn't start well this year, they're determined to end well and secure their spot in the semis and defend the crown. Handing it back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Denise, for that report. As a Patterson makes that bucket, that pull-up jumper. She said it best, Denise, that San Miguel Alab Pilipinas undoubtedly has one of the best benches.
And the local talent has been there. They outscored the Wolf Warriors 37-16. That bench really was big, especially Pau Havilona, scoring 8 points in the third quarter.
Bobby Ray Parks gets fouled on the second serving. Patterson will be called for that one.
And like a bull on a china shop, Lawrence Domingo and Ray Parks underneath, throwing their weight around, fabricating possessions and earning 2 free throws.
And since the entrance of PJ Ramos and also with the consistency of Ronaldo Bachman, Bobby Ray Parks is averaging 15.4 points per game. He's only the third leading scorer, as we can see the Mighty Mouse coach Jimmy Alapag.
And how about his outside shooting?
Yes.
This ADL9, he has been stroking it more consistently than ever before, showing a different facet of his game.
It's also arguable that he doesn't need to contribute that much because he
He
has a
is
lot
now
of help.
focusing as a playmaker.
Yes.
Mostly as a playmaker.
Dribbling violation called on Chai Chen. Good defense on Kailan Tiongson.
And for all the gifts that Chai Chen has, operating on the high post and being the focal point of the offense is not one of them. He is better served as a secondary scorer, not the primary ball handler, just catching and shooting and being a big man underneath.
Well, not bad for a secondary scorer that he is actually leading his team in terms of points. Bachman at the post, drops it off. Domingo gets trapped, but Domingo powers his way in.
I gotta love Lawrence Domingo. Lodo just wrecking havoc underneath, 4 points, and just stepping up big time here.
Good defense by Albano against Bradford. Good swipe, all ball. Albano running the break, 3-on-1. Domingo, yes, back to back.
And he told us before the game that he would go crazy. Definitely 6 points running the floor well for Lodo.
It has been a good decision for the coaching staff to start him. 6 points by Domingo and a good defense, good block by Domingo. Running the break is Alab Pilipinas. Bachman to the corner, Parks for 3. Rebound by Bachman, kicks it out to Albano. Albano floater with the right hand, ambidextrous move by Ethan Albano. And timeout by Coach Matt Skillman. He couldn't take it no more. It is Lorenz Domingo the starting undersized big in replacement of PJ Ramos, is proving his worth. 6 points already, 3 out of 3 in this game. Also with those 6 points, he's also proving his worth on the defensive end. As we can see, Ethan Albano, this latest assist to Lodo Lorenzo.
And I want to go full disclosure on you, Mix. He is one of my favorite players in the ABL.
Me
Ever
too.
since last conference, he has been an energy guy. Doesn't get plays called for him. Very effective and doesn't back down even if he needs to defend taller and heftier guys.
And of course, the willingness to get those rebounds, the willingness to get those stops. Lawrence Domingo is one of a kind.
And his energy is infectious.
Yes.
Every time that he is there, their energy and the temperature of the team just picks up another notch.
That's what you call impact players. As an impact player, indeed, impact plays by Ethan Albano, almost forcing an 8-second violation. But good defense nonetheless. Patterson, now to Liu. Bradford to Chai at the post, drops it off. Blocked by Bachman.
Second block by Ronaldo Bachman on the same play, and here he is running down the floor.
Ball will stay with Alab Pilipinas.
And how about the help side, Mix? Every time that they get that interior passing, Ronaldo Bachman would be right inside the paint, right there, and just at the last moment getting that shot blocked.
Actually, no PJ Ramos, no problem, because also the front court of Alab Pilipinas is doing, a double effort when it comes to the defensive end.
And they are quicker on their feet, playing on a small ball lineup because Lawrence Domingo is around 6'4" on a good day with shoes. So he plays really with high energy, and Ronaldo Bachman with this length covers a lot of ground.
Bachman for 3. Short. Rebound by Changson. Reset the 14 for Alab. Hounded right now by Zhongshan Hachao. But breaks away. Bobby Ray Parks inside.
Specialty of the house, breaking down the defense and putting in a move on the secondary defender, making a basket underneath.
That is the backup point guard, Zhongshan Chao. Against Bobby Ray Parks. Bradford off the curl. Too strong. Rebound by Domingo. Looking to run is Alab Pilipinas. Domingo. Parks open. Corner. 3.
Good jump, good night. Ray Parks, back-to-back baskets, three-pointer. He has been shooting that corner 3 very, very well, especially this year.
Unlike the last game where the Wolf Warriors had a better start. Right now, the tables have been turned as this is the biggest lead of the ball game by the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas as Parks breaks away against Zhongshan Shao.
And credit half of those baskets, both of the baskets to Lawrence Domingo, setting a screen on one end and bringing it down, forcing numbers, kicking it out at the last moment.
Yeah, now Chai Chen at the post against the smaller Chongson. Body to body. Chen short on that up and under move. Bachman running the break. But errant pass there to Albano. Turnover for Alab. Chai Chen for 3. A rebound by Jong. Bradford. Cross-court pass. To Sanche. Sanche. But Bachman is there. Asking for a screen. Now to Chai Chen for 3. Again. Finally knocks it down for Chai Chen.
Dials it and books it from distance. Smooth stroke reminiscent of Sam Perkins, but Ronaldo Bachman takes care of business right away.
Smoother drive by Ronaldo Bachman. 21-12 for Alab. Bradford falling away. Gets that trickle in.
Somebody who just turned 40 last December. He's just a solid guard.
Bachman pulls it up. Pulls it in.
You gotta love our imports. You gotta love all this world imports. Ronaldo Bachman right now 6 points. On the other hand, Corey Bradford getting a running shot to go in.
And San Miguel Alab Pilipinas hasn't changed lineups yet compared to the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors where they had some substitutions. Too strong on that 3 on the corner. Albano takes the rebound. Looking to run the break again, but a blocking foul clearly called on Corey Bradford.
And Corey Bradford trying to block the driving lane of Ray Parks. And taking the contact right there. And that collision was like a wide receiver and a quarterback trying to play on the ball right there. Good thing Ray is wearing that black mask.
Orbistondo now for Albano. Brandon Rosso will take on the place of Kaylan Tiongson. The fireball, Josh Orbistondo.
Consistent the whole year. Makes a three-point shot every single time for the past 17 games. Let's see if he could continue that streak.
In the last game against the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors.
Got it in the fourth quarter.
Yes. The last game, rather, at home, that was a month ago at the Hoops Dome in Lapu-Lapu City. It was Josh Orbistondo made 4 threes in the second quarter that created the separation. That basically dictated the game for Alab. Inside, Parks to Bachman, high and low play, no problem.
Basic basketball off the screen and slip, catching it up high, not bringing down the ball and finishing it off the glass.
And causing a misdirection on the defense for that screen and slip. Successful screen and slip for Parks to Bachman. Bradford pulls it up for 3. All net swish for Corey Bradford.
And Corey Bradford in front of the defender. He loves those pin down screens and just stepping into that jumper.
Domingo gets fouled by Jong.
And he plays tough. He plays strong. You see that slip, taking the contact and still have that upper body strength to take that shot attempt.
And the Wolf Warriors, make that Alab Pilipinas are just too fast. Do you notice during transitions?
And a lot of times they have been forcing numbers. During their last game in Zhuhai, their legs were not there. Towards the end of the first quarter, they were still trying to get their rhythm back, trying to reintegrate PJ Ramos on the fold. And right now, it's a totally different style of play that we're seeing because all of their guys are quick on their feet, and then now they're employing that zone press.
2-to-1 zone press off the free throw and clearly getting a stop. Parks, Euro. No good. Chai Chen with a rebound.
A nice move there, almost, but not quite for Ray Ray.
Jong looking for Bradford. Denied by Orbistondo. Gabo almost worked for Bachman. 5-on-4 break. Patterson will get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Tez Patterson. Good hands right there, stepping into the paint. And Chai Chen dropping it at the last moment. Lodo just had to give up that hard foul.
Kailan Chongson will check back in again in the ball game. And Lorenzo Domingo gets high fives from his teammates. 8 points, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. Checking it with our statistician, J.R. Apostol, keeping it in check. And Patterson missing the first. Splits the charity, Sean Tens Patterson.
And Tez Patterson really needs to pick up his game. He didn't play that well during their last ball game against Alab Pilipinas. Let's see if this would be a bounce back game for him.
Chongson. Rosser. Backdoor play, backdoor pass.
And a hard foul given up to Ray Parks. And assist numbers right now. We were saying, Migs, as we see this backdoor play and Ray Parks just reading the defense very well. Almost a nutmeg pass in between the legs of the defenders. But going back to the pace that you were saying, a lot of their transition baskets came from assists. Our assist numbers right now, 8 for Alab. For the Wolf Warriors, they just have 4 assists. And on the rebounding side, Alab Pilipinas controlling it 11-6.
And last game, Martin, it was San Miguel Alab Pilipinas dominating the boards 54-36, right now, as you mentioned. +5 on the rebounding end for Alab Pilipinas. Looks like they're on their way to having another dominating rebounding night as Paulo Avelona checks in the ball game for Bobby Ray Parks. The 1-2 combo, 1-2 punch combo, Orbistondo and Avelona. This is deadly, Martin.
And very fast right there. Orbistondo getting a steal. This is what they like. They like to run and get free threes on the transition.
He has that shot, Paulo Avelona. Yan She in the ball game. Now Bradford manning the point against Jongson. Bradford.
Face match right here. Tez Patterson against Orbistondo.
Yan She against Avelona. Turnaround. Rebound by Rosser.
Brandon Rosser crashing to the floor. Still getting that rebound.
Takes it out again. Avelona for 3. Same outcome for Paulo Avelona. 0 out of 2 as he checks in the ball game. But you can see the bench anticipating that Avelona, that's his corner shot.
And even I was raising my hand after that because he is in rhythm. Last game, he knocked down 2 quick threes after entering in the third quarter. Those were just his points. And that's his role, just defending the lead guards of other teams.
Mike Bell in the ball game. Hands it off to Bradford. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Zhuhai. Two-man game between Bradford and Bell. Bradford pulls it up. In and out. Rebound by Tiongson. The powerful Warrior. 3 seconds to go. Pulls it up. Almost, but not quite. As San Miguel Alab Pilipinas takes a 10-point lead. Good evening, ABL fans. If you're just tuning in to our Facebook and YouTube live streaming channels through ABS-CBN Sports, Virtual Playground, or the ASEAN Basketball League, this is San Miguel Alab Pilipinas versus the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors. Mix Bustos, Martin Antonio, Denise Densai, and the cast of Virtual Playground for tonight's hot and intense basketball action. It is February 17, 2019. As we are nearing the end of the elimination round of the ABL. Bachman, Rosser for 3.
And what a luxury to have a 6'6", 6'7" guy, hyper athletic, could shoot from the outside, and just can defend all positions. Talking about Brandon Rosser and just making that 3 to start the quarter.
And we must not forget, Martin, Ronaldo Bachman is a 6'8", 3 guy.
Small forward.
Small forward, played for the New York Knicks, Denver Nuggets, played in the NBA, played around the world.
Played in the Olympic qualifiers.
Yes, for Puerto Rico. So he's used to all positions.
And that's what the basketball has been, the trajectory of the game right now. Positionless basketball, everybody can shoot from the outside, everybody can face up, everybody can post up.
That's the trend. That's how, if you see basketball evolution, that's how the game is played right now. Chai Chen, the center, is taking threes also. Mike Bell pulls it up, step back. Urbistondo with the rebound. Urbistondo pushing it. Urbistondo wants to pull up. Not to Bachman, setting down the play. Rosser made a 3 earlier. Havilona for 3. Finally!
Third time's the charm.
Third time's a charm for Paulo Havilona. Denise Densai, what do you have for us?
The elimination round is ending, but it's better late than never for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors. Now they are changing their philosophy and fixing their lineup. Corey Bradford, a 40-year-old veteran, is a welcome addition to the Warriors roster. Now the Warriors' journey has not been the smoothest nor the easiest here in the ABL, but they believe in the philosophy, struggle with a purpose. Who you are is defined by what you're willing to struggle for, because our struggles determine our success. And they believe that if they win tonight's game, their struggle the past 3 games would make the victory sweeter. Back to you, Mix and Martin.
And sometimes struggle is the way to go for you to reach your success.
Exactly. Words of wisdom from
Yes.
Mr. Game Time himself.
Just taking it from Denise's report, but
Exactly.
also
Exactly.
it has been a dismal season so far for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors.
Just winning a pair of games.
But winning a pair of games. This is their second to the last game in this elimination round.
But listening to that from Corey Bradford, 40-year-old, well-traveled veteran, as we see Ronaldo Bachman. Artillery is out, 11 points for Ronaldo.
Mike Bell, the second leading scorer for the Wolf Warriors, averaging 15 a game. Shorting the knee-high shorts.
Going a little old school.
Yeah. As Cheong Son will be called for that reach-in. Kaelan, C-A-E-L-A-N, means powerful warrior in Irish, if I believe.
He has that warrior Irish blood in him.
Yes.
That's why he is a little feisty if you watch him play. He could stroke it from the outside, but he is not afraid to mix it up inside the paint.
This is his second year with the ABL. Last year was his debut with the Cheongson Kung Fu. Now 8 points for Mike Bell. Make that Chai Chen, rather. Avelona manning the points. Quarterback duties for Coach Jimmy. Avelona for three. He's open.
And he has the green light. Every time he is given that opportunity to just take shots.
Bradford against a smaller Avelona. Bradford powers his way in.
And that's maturity and bully ball for you.
9 points. Corey Bradford. Brandon Rosser made a three earlier. Bradford gets that drop to go.
Soft touch for the big guy. Very young player.
Bradford. Back-to-back baskets for Corey Bradford.
And trying to get a foul there, trying to get his hip.
Avelona kicks it out. The fireball for three. Bang!
And the streak is alive.
As you mentioned earlier, Josh Urbistondo makes at least 1 3 a game. 42-26, San Miguel Alab leads. Patterson, no go. Rebound by Bachman. Bachman again manning the point. Urbistondo, in and out. Almost back-to-back threes for him. That would have brought the house down here in Santa Rosa.
And more importantly, their outside shooting has been clicking on this quarter, and their defense getting another block. Kaelan Cheongson.
Avelona now to Cheongson. No help defense. Cheongson for three. Back-to-back threes for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
And that's how you reward a guy who worked hard on the defensive side, getting a block, running in transition, getting a rhythm three, forcing the Wolf Warriors to get a timeout.
This is the biggest lead of the ball game for Alab Pilipinas at 19 points. 45-26, we take a timeout. They had a total of 7 3-pointers against the Wolf Warriors last game. Follow-away shot, good D by Cheongson. Rebound by Patterson. Spins inside, loses his balance, but now again Bachman runs the break. Bachman gets a little fancy on that one, but ball will remain with Alab.
Trying to put some English on that pass.
Or in Filipino, we call that
Pectus. Yeah.
for our Filipinos abroad, watching abroad. You know that term?
A lot of Filipinos, a lot of OFW workers,
Yes.
overseas Filipino workers, has been following the ABL.
Bachman. Orbistondo. Looks for Cheong Son. Hands it off, double. Is Ray Parks. Cross-court pass, the D worked for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors.
And he was expecting Kalen Chongson after going with that tee up on the dribble drive to relocate on that corner. That's why he skipped it right away, but Kalen Chongson wasn't there.
A little more relaxed for Alab Pilipinas on that play. No foul called, but as a loose shoot, it's a bucket on that one.
An interesting side note here, Chris Shento, who played really, really well in the first around 12 minutes of that ball game during their ball game in Zhuhai, is absent because of that sprained ankle that he sustained in that game.
Kayla jumps on corner three, and that just burns the net.
And we've been talking about artillery. Alab Pilipinas has brought everything with them today.
Parks, Orbistondo. And now a runaway play. That is good for Chai Chen.
An experienced move right there, protecting the layup with his big body. If you look at Chai Chen, he has a big boy.
Yes. He's a big boy, but can do everything from inside to the outside. 7 total threes for Alab. Now, make it 8! Kaylan Tiongson, 3 3-pointers this game, and he's hot.
And
he's unconscious.
And you can see the smile of Coach Macau on the sideline. He has been working with him before the game with his shooting drills.
9 points for Kaylan Tiongson.
All coming from 3.
Yes. Orbistondo drops it off. Bachman, reverse. Just too short.
Playing hopscotch on the line.
Now Liu, Bradford for 3. Still no go for the Wolf Warriors. And pushing the tempo is Alab Pilipinas. Bachman. Bachman decides to pull back, looking for teammates. Setting it up. Parks at the right wing. He's alone. 2-man game. Gets a screen from Bachman. Parks inside, screen and slip, as you mentioned, Martin Antonio.
Great hands, catching it with one hand for his 13th point, not putting it down, just using the footwork and the glass to finish that shot.
53 to 30 because he did the ball game at 23. Spin move inside a Yan Che.
And momentarily puts a plug on that bleeding for the Wolf Warriors.
Parks. Parks to jump on for 3.
And who made 4 3-pointers? That was Josh Orbistondo in Lapu-Lapu City. But right now, 4 3-pointers for Kalen Tiongson in the quarter.
He's just unconscious.
Just like our statistician Jared Pistol right here. Being unconscious.
He also can't believe that it's also big 12 points only in this quarter. 4 threes for Kaylan Tiongson. Just a clinic, 3-point clinic for Tiongson. Just too strong of a pass for Orbistondo. Yan She against Bachman. 16 on the shot clock. Yan She against out to Tiongson in the switch. Mike Bell jabs. Mike Bell gets fouled. 2 free throws on the way for Bell.
And every time Mike Bell, Corey Bradford, Tez Patterson tries to put in a move, they get to the paint. There are at least 3 to 4 guys collapsing before the shot attempt.
And before those 2 free throws by Mike Bell, Coach Jimmy Alapag takes a timeout. It is 56 to 34. Alab Pilipinas leads by 22 points. So imagine if they could have at least stopped at least half of that, they would be still at bay in this ball game. As Corey Bradford and Coach Jimmy Alapag having a little chat. Bell.
But the thing is, Migs, those three-pointers are coming from secondary breaks when the defense is not yet set up. A lot of cross-court passing and extra passes led to those threes.
Reverse layup for Oping Somalinog, no go. Rebound by Rivero. Albano. Almost a pull-up, but a good drop pass to Prince Rivero.
And Prince Rivero, specialty of the house ever since his MVP days in high school for La Salle Green Hills. That's one of his best assets, just hanging inside the paint.
And his arms were up, but he was called for a foul against Mike Bell. I think that Kayla Tiongson, I stand corrected. So far, everybody except that Tomas Torres and J.R. Albanza have fielded in this ball game. Brandon Rosa looking his way to check in. Coach Matt Skillman on her screens. Mike Bell makes the second free throw. Rosser for Tiongson, the substitution.
Waxing hot, Kalen Chongson, getting much deserved applause from his teammates.
Rosser to Parks. Zone defense now for Juhai. Parks, corner three. Somalinog. Just too strong on that one. Rebound by Juhai. Yanche. Now to Bell at top. At the post, Rosser was called for a foul.
And Brandon Rosser using his hands instead of his feet on the defensive side of the basketball. On the post entry, he was trying to outmaneuver Chai Chen on the post, but he was using his forearm to shove him out.
That's why he was called for the foul. There was little contact that our officials saw that hindered the movement of Chai Chen. Chai Chen, as I mentioned earlier, he's the leading scorer for the Juhai Wolf Warriors, averaging 18 a game. Also with 6.8 rebounds and 3 assists. So
but had a forgettable outing last February 15 against Alab Pilipinas. He was in foul trouble, fouled out in the start of the fourth quarter on that ball game.
It only had 7 points. High-low pass! Nice. Rosser with a jam!
And that's interior passing for you. No-look pass by Prince Rivero and Brandon Rosser elevating for his 6th point in this quarter. Check that, 7 points because one of his shots is a three-pointer.
One of the more exciting plays. Just too easy, Rivero to Rosser. As we can see this highlight. Bounce pass, high-low play, Brandon Rosser with a stuff.
A little bit taller with the throw, but same athleticism as his older brother, Matt. Very, very athletic, could shoot from the outside, rocking the throw and rocking the same number 22.
12 points for Bradford. Corey Bradford, one of the newest additions for the Wolf Warriors. You mentioned he's 40?
40, last December. Getting a breakdown move and talking about assist numbers. Fluidity on offense, 20 assists for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, while for the Juhai Wolf Warriors, only 8 assists. And last game, they had 31 assists, talking about Alab Pilipinas right now. In the first half, they have 20. So very, very attainable for them.
That's always the dream of coaches, to have high assist numbers.
Because
in games.
in the game of basketball, the ball has energy. Every time everybody touches it, they are more intense, especially on the defensive side of the basketball.
Rosser looking to beat the buzzer, no good. But still, a good side for Alab Pilipinas as that they dominated this second quarter with a barrage of threes led by Kaylan Tiongson, some by Josh Orbistondo. Yes, we're talking about Kaylan Tiongson, 12 points, 4 3-pointers in this second quarter. But it has been Corey Bradford, Mike Bell, and Chai Chen desperately lifting up their team to keep themselves at bay against Alab Pilipinas. Bobby Ray Parks also contributing to that cause for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. It is 60-41. Alab leads by 19 points. We'll be back for some analysis in halftime and also some games and fun. And we'll be back on SNA for more ABL.
A lot of those field goals, 21 out of the 23 made, coming from passes. That's a big number for coaches.
Just a team-like ball game for Alab Pilipinas, just sharing that ball. That is why they're up by 19 points. Right now, we're back to action in the third quarter. Now Bell gets it. And Wolf Warriors struggling to find their mark in this ball game. Balkmania inside, gets fouled, and will head to the line for two.
And how about him using his shoulders to protect every shot that he takes, especially inside the paint, stepping in and just throwing that shoulder to the chest of the defender, taking a foul, and right now, trooping to the free throw line.
Balkmania already has 13 points, leading his team, 13 points and 2 rebounds, averaging 25 a game, the leading scorer for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas now with 14 points. As you can see, the Mighty Mouse, Jimmy Alapag on his second year.
Philippine Basketball Association MVP, as well as Coach Eric Menk.
Local hero. Yes, Eric Menk, Danny Siegel, considered as the greats in the PBA.
Could still put up, I think, 15 and 8
yeah, why
in
not?
the league. Talking about Eric Menk, Major Payne himself.
If they suit up, they'll still give their opponents a hard time. Patterson kicks it out. Bradford. Bad pass, but still recovers. Bell. Up and under move. No good. A rebound by Albano to Parks all the way.
And those are the things that they want to do, especially on this speedy starters that they have. Lodo plays that power forward position and it's very quick.
Denise Tensai will have her third quarter report. Go ahead, Denise.
Ethan Albano has been a steady force for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Now, the 22-year-old might be one of the youngest in the team, but he is displaying so much maturity on the court. And it's no surprise that Coach Jimmy Alapag trusts Ethan Albano so much that he is allowing him to guard the veteran Corey Bradford in the previous game. Now, Ethan was quick to credit his teammates because they have been so supportive. As he mentioned, the true strength of the Wolf isn't in the fangs, speed, nor skills, it's the pack. And you've got to admit, Mix and Martin, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is one heck of a pack. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
One heck of a pack indeed. 14 and 3, 10 and 0 at home, undefeated. Just suffering 3 losses in this season. just a hard team to beat.
And some of their losses has been fluky, to say the least.
Fluky indeed, because they lost against Formosa with a winning shot last January 13. They also lost to Westport by 1 point last January 9. And the biggest loss was at 5 points against Hong Kong Eastern.
Without PJ Ramos, who was battling food poisoning during that game.
Jongson gets his own rebound. Jongson with a left-hand layup.
The outside shooting doesn't work. Just crash the boards, which is his strength. When he played for Kung Fu last conference, now he has 14 points.
A Clay Thompson-like
I like
game.
that comparison. Yes.
Shooter can defend well. Now Parks. Did he
12 points for Ray Parks. Always smooth, always crafty, and always sure when he gets those lanes.
It is a sure. If they play well, this will be a sure ball game for the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas as they lead with a whopping 28-point lead, 69-41.
Mix.
You're funny.
Trying to be. Trying to get there.
Mike Bell banks it off. No go. Gets his own rebound and in.
And one of the surprising baskets, Mike Bell hasn't been playing well in this ball game, but the game last 15, he was very, very good.
Jongson up top. Now to Albano. Bounces it off to Bachman. Now to Parks. Cross-court corner three.
Automatic for Ray Parks. Dials it and books it from that low wing area. Great skip pass.
Connects on that outside shot. Just a wonderful passing up by Albano. Now to Bachman. To Parks for three. Connects on that long distance shot. No, if he still had payphones, for sure that would come in.
Automatic free calls. Call free.
Chai Chen at the line misses his first.
An interesting play here by Coach Matt Skillman, not putting in his imports right away to start the quarter. Opting to use Tess Patterson towards the halfway mark of this third quarter.
Good drive inside by Brandon Rosser, almost a charge. But then Chai Chen was not in position. That's why he was called for the block.
He has a very soft touch. Looking at this move, windshield wiper goes to the baseline, takes a contact. Just enough English and touch to make that basket.
And credit also the upper body strength.
And he seems to be bigger than his brother. Matt Rosser is a little bit on the lighter frame, but more of a natural small forward. Brandon Rosser is more of a 3-4 combo forward. And double digits now for Brandon Rosser, rather, 10 points.
10 points for Brandon Rosser. Bradford against Albano. Bradford powers his way in against Ethan Albano. Albano manning the points against Domingo. Lodo with a good first quarter. Parks, nobody home on the defensive end. Bobby Ray Parks just too easy.
And how about putting the ball between his chest, crutching, and just lifting, clutching it twice, and making the basket off the glass.
Nobody home on that defensive switch.
Miscommunication on the defense by the Wolf Warriors.
Yan Shin now to Chai Chen. Turn around, double team. Chai Chen just too hard, struggling to find his rhythm. Albano, no foul called on him. Almost a travel by Domingo. Spin move inside.
Like a bull in a china shop. He was the guy helping on that defensive side on Chai Chen and running down and being rewarded with a basket.
Chai Chen for three from Mike Bell.
I got touched there by Chai Chen. He really plays like Sam Perkins.
Yeah. Sam Perkins.
Lefty.
Former
stretch
Seattle
four.
Supersonic.
Yep.
Yes,
Former University of North Carolina. Tar Heel.
Tar Heel. Has the three, lefty.
I could also defend underneath.
Albano gets a screen from Domingo. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Albano. Rosser for three. Rebound by Albano. Easy. Easy floater, no go.
And Mike Bell might have touched that basketball going up. Might have been a slightly blocked. Here's Des Patterson.
Patterson loses his balance. Now Albano running the break. Albano. Alley-oop. No good.
Good
to
defense
Bradford.
there by Mike Bell.
Inside Bradford to Chai Chen.
And Chai Chen cherry picking right there, being left out on their front court, getting an easy basket. Might be the easiest basket that he would get tonight.
79 to 50, almost a 30-point lead. Bachman, miscommunication in that pass.
One of the few times that they miscommunicate on the offense or the defensive side of the basketball because they have been quite spotless on their help sides.
Now J.R. Alabanza checks in the ball game for the first time. And that has been a problem, as you were mentioning, Martin. The switches, the communication, and when they make their screens and their handoffs for Alab. Bradford, reverse layup, it's in.
And recognizing John Ray Alabanza still cold off the bench, attacking him right away on the switch of that pick and roll action on the right side.
Perhaps one of the easier baskets for Corey Bradford.
Because every time that you see a big guy get fielded in, you want to attack him right away.
Hard fall there by Brandon Rosser. Hopefully nothing too serious, but he gets up right away.
And just shakes it off, trying to put a punctuation mark on that penetration.
Avelona pulls it up. Just too deadly when Alab Pilipinas releases their three.
And those are in rhythm threes. Before, those were bad shots. Coaches don't want you to take those shots. But with the way that basketball is being played right now, a lot of transition threes from any team has been taken.
Mike Bell inside against J.R. Alabanza.
And quite a difficult shot there for Mike Bell. Going to his left side, drifting, and just using glass on that shot.
And he's been... Now he gets a steal. Now to Yan She. Right to left. That is good for the Wolf Warriors. As I was mentioning, they've been struggling to find their shots. Back-to-back baskets for them. A good sign. A good mini run for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors. 79 to 56. San Miguel Alab still leads. Meanwhile, they won 2 games against the Mono Vampire Basketball Club and the CLS Knights last January and December 2018, respectively. And looking forward to the next game. Alab Pilipinas takes on the Mono Vampire and the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors.
Very exciting ball game with Tyler Lamb and Romeo Travis being added to the roster of the Mono Vampires.
Zhuhai will take on the Formosa Dreamers next week. Meanwhile, Bachman adjusts his shot. One-hand shot is in.
And how about Ronaldo Bachman getting his points very fluidly, not forcing anything?
It's just too easy.
Okay, he's in the flow of the game. Every time doesn't get away from the things that he does really well, which is a lot of things.
And that's what you call veteran moves.
Experience.
Experience.
And if you're a well-traveled veteran, won in a lot of leagues, exposed in Europe, exposed in South America, in the collegiate game, and also in the NBA, but that's expected from you.
Milona. Now to Bachman. Ronaldo. Thinks, creates. Ronaldo. Finger roll, no good. A rebound by Urbistondo. Fresh on the 14. Urbistondo. Cross court. To Rosser. Flies high, gets fouled. 2 free throws for Brandon Rosser.
And having Sun being beaten one-on-one. Very impressive. Brandon Rosser has that quick first step. That's the 3rd time that he put the ball on deck. And getting a foul, missing 1 shot, and making an N1 play on those 3 trips that he tried to penetrate.
11 points currently for Brandon Rosser, as you can see. Ray Parks and the Lawrence Domingo. One of the OGs for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas when it made its debut in 2016.
You gotta love his effort every time. Throws his weight around, crashes the boards. He's a very, very good energy player for Alab Pilipinas.
For 3 is Shotens Patterson.
Tess Patterson trying to force one up, tracking a shot up, but not the shot that you want to take, especially early in your shot clock.
Urbistondo. Quarterback duties for Alab. Now to Bachman at the left wing. On the switch, Alabanza pulls it up from the right. That's good.
Did he go back on that shot?
I think
As long as it's made,
as long as it did, it's fine.
it's 2 points and a field goal for John Ray Alabanza stepping in. Nice looking stroke for the big guy.
The right perimeter is J.R. Alabanza. Bradford answers back.
Might be the lone bright spot for the Wolf Warriors right now. The highest scorer of the ball game at 20 points for both teams.
2-for-1 opportunity for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. 85 to 59 is the score. Urbistondo to Bachman. Looking for a teammate. Rosser with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Kicks it out. Urbistondo. Urbistondo makes his way behind the back. Urbistondo. Bailout foul. Bailout call called on Sun Hefeng.
And that was straight out of the 1900s whaling and fishing expedition for Josh Urbistondo.
He had nowhere to go.
But up, and he got clipped on his body, so he earns 2 free throws right here. But last shot time for the Wolf Warriors after this trip for Josh Urbistondo.
Josh Urbistondo currently has 3 points, made 1-3 in the second quarter. Now has 4.
Coach Eric Menk, team manager Danny Siegel, and Coach Jimmy Elapag, once upon a time, donned the national colors for Team Pilipinas, all at the same time.
And
First time in 1998.
And as the Nationals anticipate their games next week against Qatar and Kazakhstan,
I think that was 0-2 Busan games when all of them were part of the roster.
Yes. And now as Coach Yeng Giao and his team, Team Pilipinas will make their way, their campaign towards a FIBA World Cup bid.
Yeah, I can still remember Coach Jimmy Elapag, one of the younger guys of that crew.
Javenona almost beats the buzzer. Actually, Alab Pilipinas had 3 chances to beat the buzzer in the 3 quarters, but all to no avail. But then, nonetheless, it's still bright spots, big bright spots for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas as Bobby Ray Parks makes his one of his threes in this ball game. Loris Amigo also an impact. The energy guy for San Miguel Alab starting this ball game in replacement of PJ Ramos. Bobby Ray Park also just making it look too easy. It is 87-59, a big margin as San Miguel Alab Pilipinas looks to close this out and wants to get their 15th win for this season. We'll be back for the fourth period. We'll be back right here in SNA. Alab Pilipinas fans joining us here in the city of Santa Rosa Multi-Purpose Complex. Special thanks to Jensen Cadasio of Sunset Flip for these wonderful aerial shots.
Wonderful and bright shots.
Jensen.
How about the field goal shooting? Right now, it's 34 for 59 for Alab Pilipinas, a blistering shooting percentage for them, and 21 out of 49 for the Wolf Warriors. 3-point field goals. Alab Pilipinas doubling the production of the Wolf Warriors 10-5. And turnovers, the Wolf Warriors has 9, while the Alab Pilipinas has 6.
Bachman against Patterson. Bachman kicks it out. Rossa for 3. In and out. Rebound by Patterson. Patterson makes his way. Drives to the right. Bachman was there. Bradford against a bit on it right now. Pulls it up from the short corner. Too strong. Rebound by Bachman. Now to Rosser. To Alabanza.
And you like John Ray Alabanza, every time that they get a stop, he goes for the rim run. That's why he gets, and that time he got rewarded.
Bradford. Patterson for 3. Still couldn't get their mark. No consistent rhythm for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors in this game. Bachman inside against Patterson. Clear contact,
whacked.
clear foul.
But the way that he sealed that guy, another rim run for Alab Pilipinas. Coming off a stop, if you could only see the replay, Ronaldo Bachman has been sealing his guy for a good part of a second and a half, and when the post entry was given to him, that was a quick move and taking the contact.
Denise Densai, what do you have for us?
As I mentioned before, we're slowly approaching the end of the elimination round, so we can expect a roller coaster ride. The games will get a little more close and more intense. You know, a lot of things can happen, which is why Josh Orbistondo insisted on the importance of consistency in their game for their athletic success and forward progress. They must play with composure and attention to detail, never letting their guard down. Back to you, Mix and Martin.
Consistency is really the key, especially when you're playing 20 games here in the ABL. Too many road games, also with a couple of home games, but it's, as Chai Chen makes his triple, but it's really about that mental toughness and will to be able to play, you know, great games all throughout.
And for Alab Pilipinas, it's staying on the course, because once you're leading with a wide margin, especially on the team standings, there is that chance that your players might slack off.
Yes. And sometimes when you're up, you tend to relax.
And how about Chai Chen? 3 3-pointers in this ball game. Another bright spot, but it's just about him and Corey Bradford.
Jong, spin move. Miscommunication on that pass for Mike Bell as Alab gets it back.
Had the right thing in mind, but poorly executed.
Now Bradford. Sorry miss there by Alabanza from Havilona. Bradford. Yan Xie. Spin move. But clearly clips the arm of Alabanza against Yang Xie.
Just trying to reach for the hand. No love lost right there.
Tomas Torres makes his way in. The former De La Salle University Green Archer.
Big game player. Won championships with that school here in the Philippines. Teammates with Prince Rivero.
Jeron Teng.
To say some of the few names.
Chai Chen spin move over Brandon Rosser.
A very soft touch for this guy. 22 points for him.
32 points for Chai Chen.
And off the 64 points, 42 coming from Corey Bradford and Chai Chen.
Havilona now to Bachman. Now to Rosser. Drives inside, too easy on the layup. Chai Chen couldn't do anything about it on that defensive end.
And he was there on the lateral, but when Brandon Rosser elevated and used his length, that's when that basket was made.
Ball will stay with the Wolf Warriors. Bradford on the inbound. Now to Yan Xie. Bachman just fixed his pocket. Bachman all the way inside.
Balcomania right in Santa Rosa, throwing it down for his 20th point of the ball game.
Too easy. Veteran moves on the defensive end against Yan Xie.
And he needed to go to neutral on that move.
Mike Bell left wing 3. Rebound by Bradford, but then it was last touch on the Wolf Warriors. Ball will go to Alab.
You gotta love the demeanor of Corey Bradford. Still plays hard as we see this steal going to the transition by Ronaldo Bachman and Balcomania with a stop.
Two-man game, Havilona and Alabanza. Havilona spin move. Now to Torres. Bachman for 3. Rebound by Yan Xie. Zhong Shan Shao on the move. No contact, no foul. Rebound by Mike Bell. Bradford, corner 3. He makes it.
Solid, solid veteran. 23 points now for Corey Bradford.
Just playing the whole game is Corey Bradford. You can see him kind of limping a bit, maybe some cramps.
No nonsense type of player, Corey Bradford. Very solid.
Torres, floater!
Nice shot there by Tomas Torres. Going to the baseline, elevating with 1 foot, and just getting enough height on that shot. Teardrop.
Under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, 99-67, Alab leads. Yan Xie to the corner. Zhong Xian Shao, too short, rebound by Mike Bell against Alabanza. A little too physical on that one, rebound by Alab. 3-on-2 break. Tomas Torres pulls it up, but decides to pass it to Bachman, but then too strong on that dunk. Resets on the 14. Havilona now with the rock. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Havilona pulls it up. Bang, bang!
Money on the bank for Pau Havilona, recycling the shot clock and stroking in, making it right on the money.
San Miguel Alab reaches the 100-point mark. 102-67. Coach Matt Skillman takes a timeout. For the 5 guys of Alab Pilipinas.
And more important, 11 out of 12 guys that has been fielded by Coach Jimmy Alapag has scored.
That's true. Only Oping Sumalinog has yet to score for Coach Jimmy Alapag.
And right on cue, he is at the scorer's table, trying to break that funk. And of course, we know Oping Sumalinog can stroke it from the outside. Also a very tall and very big-bodied shooter.
A former Ateneo Blue Eagle.
Won championships there.
Yes.
And that's the overlying theme of this team. They have been proven winners from the coaches down to the players, won championships in most of the levels that they played.
Chai Chen against Prince Rivero. The hustling Mike Bell inside with a stop. Throws the house down. Even the Filipinos are at all with that move.
A quick spin, elevating and putting Kalen Chongson on a poster right there.
Torres now to Havilona against Bradford. This has been the matchup all game long. Kyongson to Sumalinog. Kyongson has 4 threes in this game. Kyongson thinks about it. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They have to take this. Torres for 3. It's the rim. Rebound by Juhai. Bradford. Ball will stay with Juhai.
Getting into the paint, he's asking for a foul because after he spun, somebody tried to poke the ball and caught a little bit of arm, but no call was made, so ball remains with the Wolf Warriors.
3 and 9 remaining in the 4th quarter. And it looks like it will be a runaway game for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. They are on their way to their 15th win, while the Wolf Warriors will drop to 2 and 17. Kalen Johnson, as you can see on the screens, he was called for the foul, and he will be given the diploma as he will graduate from this ball game with 5 fouls. Brandon Rosa checks in place of Kalen Johnson.
But he made 4 3-pointers and another field goal, so might graduate with honors.
Cum laude.
Latin honors at that.
Havilona gets a rebound.
Might get a little demerits because he got dunked on by Mike Bell, but nonetheless, good game for Kalen Chongson.
Good game for Kalen Johnson, and looking forward to their next game. Imagine if it will be against Mono Vampire.
That's a very exciting ball game. I'm excited to watch that ball game.
It will be, just assuming that if PJ Ramos comes back, it'll be a good matchup. Yes.
We've seen Romeo Travis in our local professional league wrecked havoc, won a championship in the PBA. Looking healthy.
Prince Rivero with the miss on that 3-point attempt. Bradford pulls it up, same distance, no go. Rebound by Rosser. Sumalinog now to Torres. Torres pulls it up, banks it in.
Bag is open on a Sunday night for Tomas Torres. One of his favorite shots in college. Still making those.
Tai Chen for 3, answers back.
That's his 4th 3-pointer of the game.
Havilona. Good D by Bradford. Now to Rivero. Wants to make it up. Still no good. 0 out of 2 from that distance for Prince Rivero. Now Bradford.
Trying to
A
get
bump, trying to get a
fish
call.
for a foul.
Havilona cherry picking.
And he was telling the referees that Pau Havilona has been putting in more contact than usual, trying to fish for a foul. And just like that, Pau Havilona gives up a personal foul. And you see Corey Bradford being livid, trying to ask for a personal foul. But let's go back to the stats to make assist numbers. 32-14 for Alab Pilipinas. And last game, they had 31, so they eclipsed that.
31-14.
How about assists to turnovers? 32 assists to 6 turnovers.
Yes, and 13 turnovers for the Wolf Warriors. Chai Chen against Rosser. Drives inside, gets fouled. What a stat line for Ronaldo Bachman. 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists.
All-around brilliance for Balkmania.
Balkmania.
Even if the Hawk didn't suit up, Balkmania has his back.
And that's just a deadly combo here in the
They have known
in this season.
They have known each other for quite some time. Spent time with the Puerto Rican national team. Did the tour of duty there for the World Championships. And right now here with San Miguel Alab Pilipinas putting in work. Last game, of course, PJ Ramos scored a triple-double.
Chai Chen makes both free throws. But then a clip on the neck by Zhong Xian Xiao on Tomas Torres. Well, we're just waiting for the finishing touches. 104, 64 seconds remaining in this ball game. Again, looking forward, Alab Pilipinas. Their next game will be against Mono Vampire on February 23. And the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors will be against the Formosa Dreamers on February 24 as Prince Rivero makes a bucket.
We're just playing for the final score, but again, giving up more than 100 points. Talking about the Wolf Warriors against San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. First game that they played on this 4-game series, they gave up 105 points, then 100 points, and then another 105 points last February 15th.
One of the highest scoring teams in the 10 teams, the 10 squads for the ABL is as San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Only with a average losing margin of less than 5 points.
And how about all their losses combined 7 points?
Yes.
7 points.
7 points.
3 losses by 7 points.
There were 2 heartbreaks against the West Sports Malaysia Dragons and the Formosa Dreamers. Both lost by 1 point, and their recent loss was last February 13 against the Hong Kong Eastern Basketball Club by 5 points, total of 7. Just too strong. Errant pass by Rosser Torres.
And Alab looking to march to their 11th win at home without any losses. But Chai Chen still not done. Maybe between him and Corey Bradford, they have cornerstones for this franchise. Bradford is that steady veteran that you want to see. And Chai Chen is the main guy that you can build around with your locals.
And less than a shot clock remaining. It looks like the Alab Pilipinas will just dribble this out.
They make a
Still a
turnover
turnover.
right there. And Coach Jimmy letting Prince hear it.
Oh, but still, if you're up by this big, it's also important to close out games the right
Oh,
way.
definitely, definitely. And they get a stop here, care of Prince Rivero, and they would definitely dribble this one out. Another big win for Alab Pilipinas.
Big win by Alab Pilipinas as they will close this out 108-81 as there goes the final buzzer. San Miguel Alab Pilipinas wins this game 108-81 for their 15th win of the 9th season of the ABL.
Showing fireworks and a lot of offense. It's just their outside shooting, total mastery in this game.
Once again, Alab Pilipinas 15-3 as we will take a quick break to discuss the post-game analysis. We'll be back for ABL here in SNA. For Martin Antonio, Denise Dinsay, all the guys at the van for Virtual Playground. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight for this hot and intense and wild action between the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas and the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors. Once again, it was a 108-81, a big 27-point win, just leading all the way for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. As you can still see the highlights of our game today: Josh Orbistondo, Kaylan Tiongson, Bobby Ray Parks, Ronaldo Bogman, Josh Orbistondo, Nico Pao Jovilon, and all the rest contributing to that cause for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. And once again, for all the guys at the van, thank you so much for watching the ABL. We'll see you again next time for more of the intense action of the ASEAN Basketball League.